Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is Dr. Birdella with Monday Meditation. However, I'm doing it on Tuesday because I've been so busy. You would never think we have so much to do, but we do. Ministry is a lot, and everything that I have to do is a lot. But I'm okay with that. I just wanted to come today and do my Monday meditation on Tuesday. The title that I have come up with in talking to different people is Exposure is Necessary. What I mean by that, you can talk about how cold the weather, this sounds so simple, talk about how cold the weather may be, but if you're not exposed to it, how do you know what cold really is? Okay, if it's hot and you're always in a different climate, how do you know what it really is? Or just being exposed to certain things in life that will help you to go in the direction that you need to go in. Particularly, I'm speaking about women and men who want a relationship with someone that can become a lifetime partnership, marriage, friendship, or whatever. But if you don't expose yourself, then that never happens. If you're the kind of person where you're always at home, you're working, you go to work, you come home, you go shopping, you come home, you go maybe out to eat once in a while and you come home, but yet you're saying, Pastor, I want to be married, or Pastor, I want a partner, a friend partner, just a love friend. But if you don't go anywhere for that to happen, how are you going to ever get what you say you desire? Now, you have to think about the fact of, do you really desire that? Or is it something that you think you desire, but you're not sure that this is what you want? You're not sure that that's the direction you want to go. And that's one of the reasons why you stay home. That's one of the reasons why you don't expose yourself so that this can happen. Speaking of the man, the Word of God says, a man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. The man has to find me. The man has to find the woman. But in order for the woman to be found, she has to expose herself. Meaning that it's not going to ever happen if all you do is stay home. It's not going to ever happen if you just go to work, come home, maybe go here and come home, but you never put yourself in a position to be found. And yet that man is there waiting for you. That man is out there hoping to find you. He's not searching through 5, 6, 7 different women before he gets to the right one. He's waiting on God for him to give him the woman that he desires. And we as women need to put ourselves in a position to be found by that desired person. Now, is that the right one? Well, I would have to say, God's not going to give you a counterfeit. He says that I'll open up heaven for you. He says, I will not withhold any good thing from you. He says, I will give you the desires of your heart. But if there's a window that is to be opened for me, and I'm not standing near the window, how am I going to get what's on the other side of that window? Or a door. How am I going to get what I need on the other side of the door if I'm not there? So we have to get out of our comfort zone and say, Lord, I'm truly serious about my desire. I'm truly serious about wanting to be married. I'm truly serious about wanting to be found. And the way that's going to happen is you're going to have to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to step out of that, again, that comfort zone, and make yourself available for that person. Now, you may not know who they are. Of course you don't. because he hasn't been revealed. To Mr. Man, you may not know who she is, but because she hasn't been revealed. But you know what you want. You know what you've asked God for. Some people write letters and ask the Lord, lay it before the Lord on their altar and say, Lord, this is what I want. And the woman may also write a letter to the Lord, letting the Lord know that this is what I desire. You may have been married before and it didn't go right. Something went wrong. And now you have found out that in your growth of life, in your growth of spirituality, in your growth of maturity, in your growth of understanding who you are, and that you need to learn to value yourself just as much as you desire to be valued. You have to learn to protect yourself just as much as you want to be protected. You have to understand your essence. You have to understand the joy that brings you the peace that you need, not depending upon anyone else to do it. I believe that if we get to a place of being solid in our own conviction, if we become solid in our own life and behavior of loving ourselves, then it won't be so difficult for us to be exposed so that God can then bring to us what we are asking him for. We have a tendency thinking that that man or that woman is going to complete me. That is so wrong. No. No man can complete you, and no woman can complete the man. You have to be complete when he or she shows up. That means complete in your confidence, complete in who you are, complete in your behavior, your habits, the things that you desire that you can share with someone else, that you can give to someone else, but never thinking that that other person has to complete you. If that person is going to complete you, then my thinking is that you're only a half person. I don't need anyone to complete me because God did that already. I was completed in him before I was formed in my mother's womb, and I don't need a man in my life to complete me. He can share my life. He can inspire or even be inspired by me. He can enjoy my presence. He can enjoy who I am and what I bring to the table, my talents and my gifts, my laughter, just being who I am, just being joyful and happy and not pretentious and not allowing myself to even be stunted by his look. If that look is a look of admiration because of I'm laughing or enjoying myself, then he's going to be inspired by me to enjoy me the way that I am. And the woman, you need to accept a man. A lot of times we don't realize that we're different. We're very different. A man is very different from a woman, yet they feel, they hurt, they get betrayed, they fear. They go through some of the same emotions that we go through, and they try because of the way they were raised up. Be a man, don't cry, is what they're usually told. I don't understand how crying it doesn't allow you to be a man. I think a man who shows his emotions, a man who cries, it's healthy because he's now vulnerable, but he wants to feel protected by you, the woman, when he does expose himself in that manner, when he's gentle, but you don't take advantage of who he is. And women, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable to that man by just laughing and laughing at things that he may not think is funny, but he admires you because of where you are. I remember one time my husband, we were sitting in the living room and we were watching some comedy show, and I was laughing and falling out and he started laughing. And so when we got to the commercial, he says, I enjoy watching you just laugh and have fun over this show. He said, I don't think it's as funny as you think it is, but because of you. He was inspired by that. So we have to understand that men are just as precious as a woman is. Men are tender like women, and a man doesn't have to challenge the lady. The lady doesn't have to challenge him for affection. It's an automatic thing between the two of you as you connect, as you touch, as you talk, as you hold hands. It's automatic. You don't need to challenge each other's affections. You don't need to challenge each other's intelligence. You don't need to challenge to see where the other person is, always expecting something from them. Just let them be who they are and let them be free. Let me, as the woman, be free to just enjoy who I am. Because I'm going to say this, before you, I enjoyed me. And I don't want to lose any of that because now you've come in and maybe it's not exactly the way you want it to be. Now, that to me is number one red flag. When I feel that I'm going to be stifled because you don't enjoy my laughter, or I'm going to be stifled because I'm not exactly sitting or acting a particular way that you want, then you are my counterfeit. And I will quickly say goodbye. I don't want anybody, regardless of whether you're 20, I think 20-year-olds, you get so caught up in the butterflies in your stomach instead of growing up and realizing your worth. You allow everything about you to be absorbed in a man. Men also, you allow you to be absorbed in the woman instead of discovering who you are first. Who are you? What are you really all about? What is it that you want to do for you and share with someone else? Someone that's precious and someone that you don't have to worry that they're going to take and spill out everything that you shared with them to somebody else. That they're going to take and hold what you've given to them. Because for you, it's sacred. For you, it's valuable. And when you share that, then you protect one another. You protect each other's feelings. When my husband and I first got married, we talked about our issues. And I said to him, we're coming into a marriage because we don't know each other. You're of a different culture than I am, and I'm of a different culture than you. And we're going to have to try and bring these cultures together, blend them together, and enjoy each other's culture, respect each other's way of being, and love that. And I said, I have baggage that I'm bringing in because we're not dating. As a matter of fact, my husband and I in 1985 met, and within 5 days we were married, and our marriage lasted for 39 years. He became my best friend, and in August of 2024, he passed on to be with the Lord. But in the course of our marriage, we learned how to value one another, to respect one another. He helped me to grow. I helped him to grow into who they needed to be. But then there were times I might have been stifled because I wanted to give him the best. I want to tell you where you make a mistake, women. Some women will say, I helped put him through college, I helped give him all of this, and then he didn't in turn help me to be all that I could be. I said to my husband, I want you to be the man that God has called you to be. So I'm asking you to allow me to be the woman that he has called me to be as well. Let's share our interests. Let's see how compatible they are. Let's see how they balance out. Let's see how we can work with each other and grow. Grow together, not grow apart. That's one thing that in our 39 years we didn't grow apart. We grew together and we honored each other's gifts. As a matter of fact, he pushed me into mine, and I pushed him into his. But my mistake, the mistake that I made, was I pushed him into his, and although he pushed me, I didn't do anything. I would start a project, I would start doing something, and then I would stop. If I saw that he may have been faltering, I'm going to go over there and help him, and I never did complete what I wanted to do. I never blamed him. I blamed myself, and I'm sharing that with you to tell you whatever your gifting is, bring it to the forefront with whoever you meet. Have conversations, talk, and make sure that they value you and value your gifting, value your talents. And you'll know right away if they do because of the conversations that you're going to have. You're going to know right away when you're in a crowd of people with other people, and you're talking to different people of the opposite sex or whatever, and how they will be there for you, loving on you, proud of you for who you are. We make the mistake, and I made that mistake, of not moving into the things that were for me. Many doors open for me in acting in Los Angeles. Doors open for me when I wrote one of the policy for an insurance company, and then the company moved to a different city. Scaredy me, wouldn't go. And with what I wrote, they honored it, but I'm the one who left. Other doors opened, and I wouldn't take them. A fear came in on myself. I didn't have the security of myself. I didn't validate myself, and it didn't matter how much he validated me. It was what was going on inside of me that was hindering me and stopping me from being who I should have been. So now that I'm of a ripe age, I still have the opportunity to do some things for myself. And I want to be able to do them with joy. And should God bring another person into my life for me to enjoy with, I want to be valued as I would value them. I want my gifts and my talents to be gifts of inspiration, that they are inspired by what I do, and vice versa. I'm saying to you, men and women, in order to walk into the joy that you say that you want, you're going to have to expose yourself. I was afraid to say that I was afraid. Let me say it again. I was afraid to say that I was afraid of success. I was afraid to say that I was afraid to move on. I was so afraid of so much that it hindered me from becoming. And now I'm pushed into a position of being senior pastor, and I find that I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the ministry. Of course, it all comes from the fact that I love the Lord so much, and He saw fit to place me where I am, and I'm enjoying this. And not only that, there are other doors that are open for me. I do certain things in theater and in my other entrepreneur and different things that I do, and I'm enjoying life. So I've exposed myself. I put myself in a place now where I'm open. I put myself in a place now where I'm challenged. I put myself in a place now where should doors open for me, I'm ready to step in them. I'm not going to step back. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to step right into whatever it is that God has for me. I believe that we have to understand who we are. We need to evaluate ourselves. We need to look at ourselves. We need to find out what it is about you that's holding you back. What is it about you that's not allowing you to experience the joy and love and laughter that you want to experience, but yet you want to complain and say, God, do you really love me? No, it's not about God. It's about you. He has already opened every opportunity and every door for you. Now is your time to step out in faith and just believe that God's going to do. Not so much, let me retract that. And believe that what is supposed to be for you will be for you, because God has already opened the door for you. I really enjoy just sharing today my heart of being exposed to joy, being exposed to true life, and understanding that this is a great time for me to experience Birdella, to experience who I am, to love me now. And even though the separation of my husband and myself has caused me to somewhat think about what I'm supposed to do, I then got to the place of saying, what I need to do is find out who I am, to begin to love me, to begin to expose myself to the world, not worldly things. I'm not talking about that. Of here I am, a blessed woman, and I can do this for me. I have the freedom to do this. I have the freedom to go here. I have the freedom to go there. I have the freedom to just be me and to enjoy Birdella. Not Birdella Hall Walker. Hall Walker is my legal married name. But my birth name is Birdella. To just enjoy Birdella. When you get to a place of understanding who you are, forget the last name that's attached. You are already a named creature. You are already a named creation. My name is Birdella, but who am I? I'm already named. And so Birdella has to find Birdella. Birdella has to get into a place of exposure. If I talk about the sun all day and never see it, I'm never exposed to the light and the heat and the warmth of it. But if I get myself into a place of knowing that I can become greater, then I have to put myself in the place of greatness. I have to examine me and look at me and fix what I broke, and love what I didn't love, and be open to whatever flaws that I may have, which is okay, because nobody's perfect, and I'm okay with that. So I'm saying this to you as I challenge you today, ladies and gentlemen. If you really honestly want that mate, if you really honestly are searching, you're really searching, and you trust the Lord that He will bring the right one, that you don't have to deal with a counterfeit ahead of time, then expose yourself, put yourself in position to be found. Women, men, put yourself in a position of finding that woman. Make sure, men and women, that you are okay with yourself first. Don't bring your junk, your trash, your behavior, your hurts and your pains into a relationship and then expect it to be okay. Deal with it beforehand. Trust yourself to be the greatest that you could possibly be, and love you first. Love you the way that God would want to love you, that gentleness, that compassion, that joy, that peace that He gives. And then you can in turn give that to someone else as you are inspired by them. This is Dr. Birdella. I don't know why I went in that direction, but apparently it was good for me, and I hope that it's good for those who are listening, whatever it is that you need from God. whether it's a spouse or money or a job. You have to expose yourself to get there. You have to open yourself up to receive. You have to be faithful in yourself to believe that everything that you're wanting and needing and desiring will come. Okay? Again, this is Dr. Birdella Hall Walker of Freedom Assembly of God. I'm located, or our church is located, at 301 North Polk Street in Pineville, North Carolina. Our phone number is 704-322-8010, 704-322-8010. God bless you, and put yourself in a place so God can. Love you. Bye for now.